Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of KUPA TV live on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Elaine Watson, and do we have an awesome show for you today. But before I share my special guest, I'm going to tell you what our giveaway is today, get you all settled in so we can get this show on the road. So the giveaway today is the Dipfinity starter kit because my special guest will be demonstrating that kit today. So if you want to get in on the giveaway, make sure you go to KUPAinc.com/pages/win. Fill in only one time. Like our Facebook page, comment, stay in the chat, and at the end of the show, we're going to pick a winner. For the rest of you that don't win, don't worry. Everybody's always a winner. You can use promo code KTV10 at KUPAinc.com for anything to get 25% off except parts and services, hand pieces, classes, and workbooks. With all that said now, I am really excited to introduce my very special guest. It is KUPA International Educator, artist, and nailista, like how many more things can I come up with? Phoenix Van Dyke. Yay!
Hey everybody!
We finally have you on this side of the camera.
I know, I'm so excited.
We're so used to seeing you on the Florida camera.
I know, Florida. Now I'm here, which is exciting. I love being in California to visit all of my friends here at KUPA headquarters. I know a lot of people follow, that's why I do the hashtag follow Phoenix because, you know, there's a lot of adventures in our life. Our nail world is pretty exciting.
So Phoenix has been here working with us all week. We have lots of goodies that will be coming out in the future because of it. We have another Facebook Live show in the can, so that one will be in the future. We've got some how-to videos. We have a lot of good stuff that we've gotten out of this week, and we're not even done.
No.
It's only Wednesday.
It's hump day.
You're leaving Friday.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. So today, Phoenix is going to demonstrate using our Dipfinity system. And for those of you that are new to it, I really want to emphasize it is not your grandma's dip system, okay? Because dip systems really have been around since the 90s and they haven't changed.
They haven't changed.
Not a bit. They're cyanoacrylate and powder.
Yeah.
Mine isn't.
Which maybe for layman's terms, a lot of people don't understand what cyanoacrylate is. So it's really, you guys, is nail glue. That's what it is. It's a nail glue.
It's what burns your eyes and your nose.
Yeah, every time. It's like.
It's what glues the cover shut.
Yeah.
It's what dries up in the bottle.
Yeah, it's nail glue with a brush. That's what it is.
How many ways Elaine hates the nail glue?
Yeah.
So anyways, when KUPA asked me, to come up with a new version of the dipping system, we came up with a LED UV adhesive. And the brilliance of this product is it feels like an acrylic system when you're done.
Yeah.
When the product's on and we're filing, it feels like a traditional acrylic system, and Phoenix is going to show you that.
Absolutely.
But what you're demoing today is ombre.
Yeah, we're going to do an ombre, but I wanted to say about how much I love that it does feel like an acrylic and it does file like an acrylic, and there's different things you can do because really it is an acrylic powder. That's why I love the whole entire KUPA system. But I love the longevity of it, and if it's done properly, which I know there's a lot of questions about that, we really want to address those today for you guys. So if there are questions, please, if you're having some issues, let's troubleshoot. What a great opportunity.
So she's already led into it. I have
my
iPad ready to go. My job is going to be monitoring your questions, calling them out, letting Phoenix answer them, or we'll answer them depending on what the questions are, and watch you work.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you come through and you're asking questions and we don't answer them like while we're live, and we try to do the best we can, but if we can't, I try to make sure to go back and answer them even independently. Tonight when I'm in my hotel room, we'll do what we need to do.
Awesome.
So we'll take care of you guys.
Antonia Wilson's already calling out that our mics sound a little low, and I just want to make sure, I'm sure that they already saw that, and I want to make sure that y'all are hearing us.
It's like I can try and move
because the minute that chat went through, I am sure Tom and Richard were already on it. So I just want confirmation from the chat room that our mics are better. So let us hear from you that that's better.
Yeah,
so
please let us know.
Let's get started, and I'll just keep an eye on the chat.
Okay, wonderful.
Everybody can watch what you're about to do.
All right, I want to make sure I'm in our camera here. So we've been actually working on these nails a little bit earlier today because I want for you to see some of the finished product and then how we're going to achieve this finished product. How nice is that? Isn't it beautiful?
These are like two of my favorite triptych powder
Yeah,
colors.
the triptych powders, and they're sparkly, and the ombre is beautiful. A lot of times people really struggle getting an ombre with their acrylic application, or with a gel, hard gel, it's even harder. And so people are resorting to like airbrushing, which is also something that's like a blast from the past coming back, you know. So this way we're going to be able to show you how to do this with some of our very favorite of the triptych powders. But like always, I feel it's important that we cover some steps of preparation. So we went ahead and removed this nail from our dear model, Erica. She's so sweet.
For those of you that were in Orlando last week, you will have met Erica, because
Yeah.
she works here.
She works here, and we love her.
Yeah.
And we're going to steal
we
her
do have
fingers.
confirmation the microphones are fine. So
Oh, great.
We're all back on track.
Oh, great.
as long
Thank
as
you,
everybody can hear.
everybody. Sometimes we don't know. It's up to you guys to tell us. So I'm just filing just a little bit across the free edge of her nail. And I am going to take something kind of amazing. All right. Don't be jealous, everybody.
I hate you already.
All right, hold on.
I hate you, I love you, I hate you. She gets to use the new pink. I'm not going to say the name yet, right,
Yeah,
Richard?
like, let's not
We're
tell.
not going to say the name.
but-
We have come up with names.
I feel like the Vanna
and
White
we can't announce
right
it
now.
yet, but yeah, Phoenix gets to use the pink passport
pink
before I do, and I've
passport.
been begging and crying and begging.
Does
for
it
a
look
pink
good with my
passport
skin
forever.
tone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
okay.
cute. We don't know if it's fully charged though.
It's charged.
Because we've only had it a minute and we've used it a lot, so we
Yeah.
have a backup.
We'll test it
passport
out.
just in case.
But I want to draw attention to the bit that I'm using. The bit I'm actually using is the enhancement preparation bit, which is one of my absolute favorites because it's about a grit of 500, and it not only the side but also the top, so you're able to really use it in the cuticle. So just barely clicking on your passport, so you have low RPMs, you're able to get right up along those cuticles. Look at that.
While you're doing that, I do want to call out some of our top fans, because now we have top fan emblems on their names. So really quickly,
I
hey
love
Jay
that.
Lamonck, Phyllis Carlson, I see you, Brenda Puente, Claire Hansen, Laura Stacy. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think that's good to go. Villanova, beautiful name.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I get everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're so excited that we have top fans now.
I love that.
I know. Of course, everybody is a top fan to us. I just love that Facebook is now recognizing people that sit in on our video all the time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What a great way for a Wednesday. Great day.
Now, I do want to say one thing about this because it's come up before and people go, wow, that's a lot of dust. It's not actually that she's removing more than a hand file. It's the fact that the e-file drops it right back on the nail. A hand file does the same removal. We know this. We saw it on a microscope. But the hand file spreads the dust everywhere, as opposed to the e-file drops it back on the nail because of the revolutions.
Yep.
So I just wanted to say that.
Point that out to you
Yeah,
guys.
because if you hadn't have seen the microscope the way I did, you wouldn't know that.
It's always a good thing to know. I
Yeah.
love knowledge. I love education.
Me too.
So we'll dust off the excess here. And I'm actually going to use a little bit of our dehydrator. This is from the Dip system, and it's really excellent for natural preparation, pH balance to the nail. So I'm actually going to use this even before I apply our tips, only because I feel like it really gives us a nice adhesion, and you don't want those tips to go anywhere.
Oh, China Coco, I didn't see you. You are in. She's one of my top
What?
fans.
You missed her?
Anita, I did. I scrolled. Maybe because she hadn't said anything. I was looking
Okay.
at people who have commented. 'cause I
commented.
can't see the list of who are in the chat as top fans. Anita
okay.
Hug, though, you're cracking me up because she put boohoo. I'm not fan. You are a fan because I
Of
see you all
course
these
you are.
weeks, Anita. I know you. And
I love
it's
you.
Just, Facebook hasn't recognized the fact that you're all top fans yet. So
Oh my
let's blame
goodness.
Facebook right now. Oh, Marion Newman's in the room.
Marion,
Yeah.
oh, thank you for tuning in
Marion says,
today.
if this is the bit you showed me, it's amazing.
It is,
She says she
yeah.
showed everyone she knows. It is. It's one of the two,
Aw. Mm-hmm.
Marion, I showed you. That was the prepper. The other one you have is the manicure bit.
Yep. So I'm actually going to use the KUPA Divinity nail glue because we're going to be doing a tip and then the dip overlay to this. And these nails look absolutely fantastic when they are all said and done. So I pre-measured these earlier. Don't need much, just a little. and just press right along that free edge. You do not have to do a full overlap with all of your tips. That's, you guys have probably seen this. You put a tip on and your well goes all the way back here. These are actually well-less, which I love.
Everybody's gonna say now where
did those come from?
Yeah, I made these tips. So if y'all end up really liking it and you really want to see them or have them, just keep bugging Richard. I can see the back of his body like do this, like he's laughing. All the educators love them.
I love these tips.
Yeah,
so much.
I designed them. But I designed them before stilettos were popular in the United States.
Yeah, but I feel so special because I get to use them.
Yeah.
Now, we're actually going to use our e-file to take this down, okay? A lot of people would come through with tip clippers. There's nothing wrong with that. But have you ever put on a tip and then you use your clippers and it cracks or it shatters? Maybe your tip clippers are a little bit dull. Well, you need to buy new ones. KUPA has beautiful ones in black and silver and red. Or you can use your e-file, and that's my personal preference. So I'm gonna go ahead and crank up my RPMs. You guys can see that.
Phyllis Carlson says she loves how KUPA is posting the steps in the comments. That's Rachel. She gets her homework ready before we even go live, so she's able to link each product that she shows and is able to put it in the chat for you all.
Okay.
And then you got a nice compliment. I want to find it. China says, Phoenix, love the hair. I miss mine.
Oh,
I love it.
You know, I was going for like a subtle punk rockery. No, not really. It just looks good.
Anita says, I don't know if I can focus. Phoenix is not wearing red nails. So I want to go on. Okay. So she's being the Vanna White of KUPA this week, and it's about what she's showing, and it's not necessarily about her nails. So we kind of we reined her back, and it was painful. I know.
No, it wasn't really
It's our
painful
fault.
because the thing is, like, if you guys ever watched like QVC or anything like that, I feel like this is such a good opportunity and such a good lesson for everybody in the nail industry, that just because your nails are short doesn't mean that they're not beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people, you guys, our clients don't always wear really long, extravagant nails.
Yeah.
They don't. Sometimes they wear short, subdued nails. And did you know, I have it on good authority that some of the trends in 2018 and beginning of 2019 are like nude, subdued colors. So just something to keep in mind.
I'm always in that style.
Yeah, that's Elaine's preferred. That's Elaine's preferred since
like
1996.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so it really is important when we have anybody here working of our educators that what they're demoing is the focus.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we're
but
at the
thanks
shows,
for the
that's when we go
notice.
crazy.
Yeah,
I
thanks for the
know.
shout out.
Good call.
Now I want to show you guys this bit. Okay, this is our carbide cone. And this is a Phoenix tip-in trick, and I like to show this. You know, everybody knows I hold my e-file like a potato peeler, but this is how I actually remove that little line from the tip to the nail plate. You know, a lot of times you take a file and file. Well, this is a little bit quicker, and you don't actually even touch the natural nail at all, and you're able to just completely blend that tip right in.
Elizabeth Diaz says, don't rain in Phoenix. She needs to be wild and free. That's why I was laughing. I couldn't help it.
You're adorable. That's okay. It's all for the greater good. I can be wild and free Saturday.
Always wild and free.
Always wild and free. So you see how easy it is to just pop that all the way down.
Antonio Cubano Wilson says, I can't wear them too long as I'm a teacher. I can bling them out though. My students love that.
Aww.
But mine have to be a medium, about 2/3 on a form, too short in length. I feel ya. I just can't work with them when they're long.
You're doing really good right now.
They're
Elaine's
long
nails
for
are
me.
really pretty.
I'm
but
having
they're
struggles. I have to shorten them. I'm having some struggles.
And something to remember, this is just another preference of mine, is I actually like to remove the shine across that tip before I do any work across it. I just don't ever want anything to separate.
I think people should just in general always do it, because you never know what product might peel off of any given tip. And if you just rough the tip off, you'll get better adhesion.
Just a little. Just a little bit. So I want to know what everybody's doing on this Wednesday. Anything amazing?
China's so cute. She says, yes, I have so many clients wearing short nails. Sometimes I'm sad, but I pretty them up, LOL.
Aww.
See, you just gotta throw some bling on them.
It's really okay. It's good. Now, instead of my nails, you guys will be focusing on some technique, right? You'll be learning some great stuff.
Antonia asks you, what a neat trick to do. Do you do that trick with white tips too?
Fact is, I'm going to be honest, I don't use white tips. If you're talking about for like French manicures,
I do.
If I was dipping, there's no need to remove the blend from the white because you want that straight, you know, French line.
I hate doing French smile lines, and so when I've been asked to do pink and whites in photo shoots in the past, I actually will reach for a white tip.
Oh, sure.
Don't blend the well, but what I always do is I take like the buffer side of the buffer shaper file, the buffer side.
Let me show you that.
Yeah, if you actually remove that shiny, smooth surface, not rough it up, but just remove the shine so it looks matte, your pink and whites look whiter. So that is a trick I do.
Yeah.
When you leave that shiny coating, it kind of throws a little bit of like a yellow hue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because our product is like any monomer or anything kind of just like pools a little bit. Yeah. So that's great.
It's a little bit of a sauna in here.
Yeah.
It's really gotten hot.
It's warm in here.
We're under all the lights in a different, I don't know if you guys have noticed, we're using a different layout today.
I
just
hope you like
because,
it.
you know, we like to be special for Phoenix.
I appreciate it.
You can see the set in the background.
Thanks for the love.
Okay, I have a Phyllis Carlson off-topic question. If I want to do practice nails, what can I put under my natural nails so I can pop it off for display? I know there is a problem. Geez, I didn't read this before I said this.
That's funny. Actually,
I know there's a product called Take Two, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Okay. Long story short, in order for Richard to gain me at the company, I sold my company, and that's where the Take Two came from. I gotta have a talk with Richard and see if maybe we shouldn't put a few of those packs on the website because I am getting asked a lot, and I can't sell them to you. I'm sorry. I am now Team KUPA.
But there are some other tips and tricks that people can use.
Good.
Make sure that you don't like dehydrate your nails or use any primers on your nails as you're getting ready to do some practice. Yeah. Another thing that I've seen is using like a clear nail polish that kind of works the same way as you're getting ready to practice on your nails. And you can use just a little bit of acetone underneath the natural nail or right around the cuticle, and it kind of will loosen up that polish for you. So there's a couple suggestions until further notice.
Yeah, until I catch Richard up on my talk. So, Antonia Wilson, remove the shine from the whole tip on the white tip, not just the the entire tip. Okay.
So now I'm going to use Dehydrator, which is from our Dipfinity kit. This is number 1. I always do this. I'm like, number 1. And you do not need to dehydrate the entire nail, just the nail plate, okay? So there's no need to waste your product, just where the natural nail is, okay? So we got that. Let that dry. You can see this is a very good pH balancer and cleanser. The next step is number 2, which is our primer from our Dipfinity kit. It's acid-free. Tip to using acid-free primer: don't use too much, don't flood your cuticles, but don't use too little. You really want to see a nice, even, shiny coat across that natural nail, and it will stay shiny. I like to refer to this as double-sided sticky tape. So remove
Ashley
that.
Ferris is back in the room, everybody.
Aw, love
She says, hey everyone, summer been keeping me away from nails. Oh, miss watching videos. Welcome back.
So this is something that I do that is a little bit different than maybe what you guys have done at home, and so I'm excited to share this with you. Now, I have clients that love full coverage color nails. I'm sure a lot of you guys do at home. For example, this is a full coverage. And let's say in 3 weeks, Erica comes back and she goes, okay, I decided I want beautiful heartbeat red. So how are we gonna get all of that off without causing any like excessive filing to her natural nail plate? This is my trick. I actually use the adhesive this is number 3, from the Dipfinity kit. And I'm actually going to just take a little bit of our clear KUPA Divinity acrylic, and we're going to dip that right on the nail plate. Now this has a twofold benefit. not only are we able to remove the color and you don't have to go all the way to the nail plate, but there's this little tiny ledge between where we blended the tip to the nail plate, and you want to build that up so as you start dipping, everything is nice and even. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. You can review some more questions. I just wanted everyone to know that's what I'm doing.
You also, if you stay with the same color with Dipfinity, can fill. We have the how-to. You can do a fill. If you are so inclined and you're just going to remove everything, tips and all, you can soak it off. But you know, we're an e-file company, so we like to show you the tricks of how to do it much faster, because you got to be competitive, and the e-file is so much faster at removing than waiting to soak off. I do this too. I like doing a few dips of the clear.
Yeah.
You can also do dips of just clear powder and then use even your favorite soak-off gel as your nail color. That's possible. I've done it.
Think about that.
For quick changes. But if you're really committed, like I'm a committed nude girl, I just mix up a nude. You can mix several colors of triptych together too to make just the right color.
I've done that a few
You
times.
do that a lot. You do that a lot. I've used some of your
time.
combinations.
I was like, this is a good combo right here.
Phyllis, you don't need to apologize. She's so cute. She goes, had no idea it was yours, Elaine. Just came across a tech using it on YouTube. I know. It's a great product. I'm going to sit down with Richard and see if we can't get it on there. At least make it accessible, because I have no time and obviously gotten rid of it, so I can't. Anyways, we'll take care of you, girl.
Drop that one finger.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Ashley Ferris, I have trouble using monomer with powder. It's so watery. Well, at least for me. Some people do struggle with consistency when they're using traditional monomer and powder. And so there's nothing wrong with switching to a system like this. We're replacing the monomer with an adhesive, and the powder is through and through. It's not powder coating adhesive. It's powder embedded in the adhesive. You'll see when she files. It files like a true acrylic
Just like
nail.
an acrylic.
Yeah, it's not like you've put layers.
And I think, Elaine, you really helped me even appreciate that even further with the chemistry involved, because you showed me how that when you use this adhesive and then you are pressing, where you're flipping and dipping, that you're actually pressing those acrylic molecules into your adhesive molecules. They're not like resting on the top.
That's why I don't like sprinkling. You know, sprinkling can sprinkle the top surface, and once you've gotten the top surface, it's harder to get any more of the polymer particles to penetrate the adhesive.
Right.
But when you press, it pushes the particles into the adhesive.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Come towards your Erica a little bit.
Okay, I'm coming towards you a little bit, sweetie. Good. All right, you see that? Okay, so that's just our nail plates that have been dipped in clear. We are gonna go ahead and cure that, okay? So throw your hand in here.
While she's in the lamp, Anita Hug Jones has a question for you. She wants to know, like, what do you do to get a nice apex? Do you have any special tricks?
With a dip or in general?
With this system.
With this system? Yes, actually, we're gonna show you how to do some of that today. Because of the style of nail that we're doing, we want to have the two colors that are kind of blending together. So we're gonna be able to show you where sprinkling is an acceptable form in this situation, and that it will make your apex a little bit higher, more proper.
Cool.
So
one thing I would like to say, if you're using a lamp with an auto start, a lot of times our clients, unbeknownst to us, will wiggle their fingers in the light and have it start again. In that case, if you're working, you don't pay attention, by them starting the light without you knowing it and going through another cure while you're busy working, they're over curing the product. So if you ever see any signs of maybe cracking, breaking, chipping, that's a very good sign. And another one might be, if you're not using the KUPA lamp, you might be using a lamp that is stronger in irradiance than our lamp. And so if you're following my manufacturer's instructions and curing for the amount of time I say, but you're curing in a stronger lamp, that's another way that you could be over curing your product. That is why manufacturers always say use our lamp with our products. It's not that we're trying to make you own 5 lamps. It's, I know my time to cure this product with our lamp is the perfect symbionts, marriage. So I can't help it if people wiggle or or you use a really strong 36,000 radiance lamp.
Yep, absolutely.
Had to say that.
So, no, that's good, because
Yeah.
this is important for people to hear. So, okay, so now I'm actually going to be using this beautiful pink color, okay? This is one of our triptychs. This is Lulabelle. Isn't it pretty? And I've put it in one of these awesome little dip trays. And we're using our adhesive, number 3. And here's a little bit of a trick to this particular nail. We're actually going to start at the back, and we're not going to bring that adhesive all the way to the end. We're just going to do right across the nail plate. This is where I want the pinks to start. And I'm going to feather just a little bit, very lightly, all the way down. Okay? This is where we're starting. And we'll flip your hand over. This is that where you dip and press. This is where your combination is coming.
Pushing those polymer particles into the adhesive and not coating the adhesive.
I like to do 3 dips.
If you don't get everywhere, don't panic, because the gel adhesive, the adhesive that cures in the lamp, is thick. It's like I'm not using it in a term of gel product, but more in the viscosity of it. So it doesn't dry until it's in the lamp. So you don't have to rush and panic. Oh my gosh, I got to get back in the powder before my adhesive is dry.
Right. And I'm actually going to do that one more time.
Try to drop that finger.
Oh yeah, her pointer. I mean her ring finger.
Her ring
sorry.
finger. That's how I hold it in the salon.
I want to point out too, you don't even have any polymer particles stuck to your brush.
No.
Because a lot of people,
Oh,
that's
and
why
here,
you dust.
yeah.
Tell them about your little duster trick.
Okay, so a lot of people that have gotten this kit, they're like, there's all this powder stuck in my adhesive brush, right? And one of the problems is people are, let me show you. Okay, we're gonna dip you again. Put it all down here. Put enough powder in your tray so that you don't hit the bottom. And 3. Okay, so we shake everything off. This is where people are making the mistake. They're actually not dusting anything off, and they're grabbing their adhesive and going right back onto putting another layer. This is where we actually just have this, which is our number 10 KUPA Sculptor. We didn't actually use it as an acrylic brush. We fanned it all out, and we're using it to dust off all of that excess.
Phyllis Carlson has a really good point, because it does go along with the difference between the UV adhesive, UV LED adhesive, and a cyanoacrylate adhesive. She says, I have had issues in the past with the powder residue between layers when filing off. With other dip system, would this be from not pressing after dipping? It's a nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Because in other systems, I'm not going to name any brands, I'm just going to say cyanoacrylate powder and an adhesive curing spray, an initiator, or a brush on initiator. Typically, they have you do the last initiator step at the very end. So what you do is you get a nice crusty layer on the top that when you start filing is nice and crusty, and it's great and it feels good filing until you break through that part to the powder cyanoacrylate that hasn't been initiated to cure. It becomes a different consistency and texture. Ours, you're noticing, Phoenix has done how many layers now? 2?
This would be our second layer.
So you can do up to 3 layers of ours and go in the lamp, and it's not curing the top. It's curing all the way through. So when we file by pressing, by curing all the way through, the consistency of the product is the same through the entire. It's all about those chemicals and how they react and work together.
So all those people, I see a lot of groups are like, are you going to offer a dip system? What do you think about the dip systems? You know what? I don't even think that this falls into the same category as a dip system, because it's not using your brush on resins. It's so different, because it is an LED UV cure. It's so different, and the way that it files and the way that it wears is different. So I like to just call this the KUPA Infinity Triptych System, all standing by itself.
I feel like people have such a dirty, if they've used them in the 90s like I did. I hated the word dip. I hated dip systems.
It's a bad word.
I hated having to make one.
And it's not.
Yeah, and so, but I feel like it's just evolution. It's 2018.
Go with the times.
It needed to be updated.
Yeah. So what I just did is I actually took our adhesive and I brushed just along the top, along this free edge here, and I feathered backwards, okay? You guys are gonna love how easy this is. And the second half of our ombre is actually this color, which is Ophelia. And it makes me think of a song all the time, but what doesn't make me think of songs, right? So we have our tray, and we'll flip you over. And now we'll dip. And you know, it's only going to stick to where we place that adhesive. So where we feathered that adhesive, see? Yep. Move your fingers. So sorry. Thank you for, Erica's keeping me in line. Isn't
That's
that
her.
pretty?
You got one job, Erica.
Absolutely. And now that we have all of this pressed in, we're going to be able to do an entire coat of our adhesive. And this is where we get to do our sprinkling.
Yeah.
So now, was it Phyllis who was asking how we did the apex?
It wasn't. It was Anita.
Somebody. Oh, Anita. Okay, sorry, Anita. Forgive
Yeah.
me. So this you can actually see, and we don't even have the free edge completely done yet, but I'm going to go ahead and turn your finger. Let's see here. Let's go this way. It's a little bit easier for you. You can see we're going to start building up right in the center of this nail. And the way that we're doing that is, okay, more towards Erica. There we go. Turn. There you go. Right. Towards me. Okay.
I think it would help, Richard, maybe if you sit slightly off to the side because she can't see the cam. Like, there you go.
I was like,
She'll
I
be
can
able to keep
watch,
herself
yeah.
in check if she can see that monitor.
Absolutely.
That'll work. There we go.
Perfect. So I dip that in there. And now we're actually just going to use our amazing duster brush. We're going to pick it up and we're going to sprinkle and sprinkle and sprinkle. Now we already have some that's already pressed in there really good. What? Someone's laughing.
Robert, why are you watching? Get to work. No.
Oh, I love
He actually
that.
has a good question for everybody in the room, so I'm laughing. He's right. He says his fiance just got her nails done last week. She has natural nails, and she told me that the tech dipped her entire finger in the jar of clear. Is that right? And somebody else, Claire Hansen, already talked about hygiene, and so that's why we have the trays that Phoenix is working out of. We prefer you don't re-dip in the jars. It's an issue in the industry if you want to follow hygiene. And to be honest, I told Phoenix to put extra powder in her trays because this is Facebook Live. Let's cut her some slack.
We're allowed,
but
right?
you only need enough powder to make sure that nail doesn't hit the bottom of the tray.
And you can use the excess for 3D.
Yeah, you can use the excess to do 3D or use it to do something that is not dipping somebody's finger in it. You know, you could use it to do the art on your customer. If you want to, you could save it for your customer. But
now for those of you that have
Yeah.
been doing some ombres, if we could go to this nail, back to this nail, look at how beautiful that is from the pink to the purple. It is so nice. Okay, we'll go ahead and cure you because that's our couple layers there.
Okay, I want to really work hard on this name because I'm the queen of butcher.
Okay, I want to hear.
Luz, which is so cool.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, Pacheco. Hi, thank you for the great tips. Do you have to work one nail at a time?
Oh, that's a great question.
It is a good question.
No, especially with the dip, like I like to do all 5 of them because you are not flooding your nail wells. You're not putting so much of your adhesive down. Like you can actually do all 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elaine, the chemical nerd, would prefer you to do it because if you're doing them one at a time, I would want one nail at a time being cured. Because remember, I talked about over curing. If you did this nail and you did the second nail, and when her hand went in, she kept putting all the fingers in, you're over curing.
Yep.
So if you do all 5 nails at once, no over curing.
No over-curing.
All of them cure at once.
Yeah.
Good question.
I love that question. Very nice. And we're almost done curing.
Oh, Ashley Ferris did make a great comment. I saw it about the no odor, which she particularly likes for pregnancy. And she said again, so no smell, no eyes burning, 3-in-1 yup.
Yes.
So yeah, there is no burning. And your glue bottle doesn't get glued shut.
Yes, and I love the fact that you can make a long, beautiful nail that looks like this and you're not having to use an acrylic. There's so many benefits to this. Okay, we're actually gonna do another layer.
Alyssa Smith has had time with Jess, who actually was in the room earlier, and I wanted to say, hi, Jess.
Hey, Jess.
She says, nope, no smell. Jess did a demo nail for me, and I loved it. I'm going to guess that was probably in Orlando. Heather Lundquist says hi to us both.
Hey,
Heather.
Heather. You know, Heather's getting ready to go to Sweden.
I know.
That's
She's been
awesome.
dying to get
I
there.
know.
About time, you poor girl.
I'm so happy for
Go
you.
visit her family.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. Okay, so once again, we're going to go ahead and do our sprinkle. We're going to sprinkle real heavy right across the center.
Aaron King just came and put, remember to get your e-file service. That would be Erin, who runs our repair service center, and she's right. You know, you should make sure you get it serviced at least every 4 to 6 months, people. You should see the stuff we pull out of your e-files. I got
Especially
pictures.
people that work in salons. It's really, you don't realize
You
that
have no
hair
idea.
floats for 45 minutes.
Yeah, you have no
before it
idea the
settles.
hair balls that they pull out of hand pieces.
And your hand pieces are sucking that all up.
And the dust. The dust is so bad for the bearings. I listen to the girls talk about it in the repair center. Girls and Lalo. Sorry, Lalo. But yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Arthur again. Are you wiping your adhesive brush off before you put it back in the bottle for a second coat? If you've been watching the entire time, I'm going to
You
assume,
would know better.
since you're working in the warehouse right now, Robert. She's brushing off the excess, so she doesn't have to wipe off her brush
Right.
when she's using the adhesive because she's not getting loose powder back on her brush. It's
And
cracking me up.
you do not have to cure in between all of your layers. I'm actually going to do 3 layers and then we're going to cure it and it'll be done. So I just did our last little ombre. Pull our adhesive out.
You are doing a much lighter layer too when
I
you do
am
the
much-
sprinkle method. So if you're flipping and dipping, 3 is the max.
Yeah,
'Cause you want to make
absolutely.
sure that that light can pass through.
Right. So this is roux.
I love roux.
It's just a little bit of sparkle because you can never have too much sparkle. It's just a little bit of silver. We do 1 little cover of that right across the top, which looks so lovely.
I do want to say while you're doing that, keep an eye on our website for our classes. We do have a huge event in September coming up called Camp KUPA. All the details are there, so if you want to come, it's your opportunity to get all of our classes, 8
In
topics
one
in 5
shot.
days, which means you get, I don't want to give it away, and I don't know if anybody would even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, full 8 certificates which form a puzzle. So when all the certificates come together on your wall, it's so cool. And then the centerpiece when you become a Master KUPA Tech. So check that out.
I
Sorry.
want you guys to be Master KUPA Techs.
I wanted to plug that because I usually forget to.
No, September is a good month. So it's going to be wonderful. And isn't Sacramento's also in September?
Sacramento
and like
isn't.
all kinds of
And
stuff.
No, Sacramento isn't. Yeah, it is September. It's mid-September.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about this for a second. Now, how many of you have done a beautiful ombre and like, I think this looks so pretty, but I want to do a little bit of finish filing and I don't want to mess up my ombre. I don't want to take my e-file and get through there. So I'm actually going to do my very last layer. I'm actually just going to do clear because I know now I can come through here with my finish file and I'm not going to lose that beautiful ombre. And that's a trick that I've been doing even with liquid and powder when I'm using the KUPA liquid and powder system. That's exactly the same thing that I do when I'm
I do
doing
the
ombres.
same thing that I do with number 4 to finish file.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No, I do
Same
that
thing.
too,
Oh,
but this
not
one
clear
is
powder though. I
yeah,
just use the gel.
clear powder.
Sorry, I just
clear
use
powder.
the gel.
1, 2, and 3.
Jennifer Swayze is asking if we're doing an open house during the summer. We will have another free demo day here, and it'll go on the
Hey,
website. We didn't
yeah.
pick the exact day. We have that meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
But we do have another one coming up. And we do those regularly, so don't be upset. We also are going to start trying out being able to
Great.
broadcast our free KUPA demo days. So that's an exciting thing for anybody who's not in the Anaheim area.
Oh,
We,
that.
you know, being such a digital company, are trying to make education more accessible as possible because not everybody can afford to come to Anaheim and visit Mickey Mouse.
But I want to make a
Koopa.
a tip, okay, of how people can do this because a lot of times people are, education is the key to be the top of your game, to keep the fire lit inside of you. Like that's so important. So when I was getting ready to do extra education, so several years ago, because I knew that that was the next step I needed to take, I actually talked to a couple of my very favorite clients And I offered them a deal. I gave them a deal if they would pay for their nails for a year in advance. And they paid for their nails for a full year in advance, and I was able to go and get my continuing education, furthered what I was able to do. It was beneficial to them because I actually gave them a discount because they paid in advance. So there's just a little, I mean, it's just a thought. You guys could put a jar on your table that's like, you know, my furthering my education types.
Benefits them
Stuff.
as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Claire Hansen is asking if you need, or saying you need to do a UK demo day. Honey, it is so much closer than you think. We are now available in the UK. We are online through Sally Salon Services website. You can get our e-files and our e-file bits all through Sally Salon Services, and I'm really excited because it's the first time I think, other than the Scratch Magazine article, I've said it publicly, but Marion added me a few minutes ago.
So she has to say it now.
Hazel Dixon, oh my God. We have Hazel Dixon and her entire education team in the UK have joined our team KUPA, so they are officially our UK education team. She and I will be working via Skype very soon, and I'm hoping to get together with her and her team in September when I'm in London to do some face-to-face training and some KUPA fun days with them. So yeah, you'll be able to take lots of classes at Sally's Salon Service locations by Hazel and her team throughout all of the UK. I'm really excited. I'm so excited. You have no idea. Like, Hazel was top of my wish list.
And
I've known her for years. She competes. I've watched her compete as head judge of Nail Olympia. And when I knew I needed an educator in the UK,
that's who you wanted.
Hers was. And then when I found out she had a whole team, I was like, oh!
I just want to go and help train them all.
Yeah, we'll all go out and hang out in London. And
love some London.
Yeah. Oh
okay, so here is the last final step of this. We're actually going to do our gel top number 4. This comes with the entire Dipfinity kit. We'll go ahead and put one coat on here. And this nail looks beautiful, but there's a couple things that I really want to do some finish filing. So we'll do this. We're going to go ahead and do the next nail, and then I will show you guys some finish filing techniques. Okay.
Everybody is saying, will you be in Texas? Will you be Atlanta? All the way in Belize, in Philadelphia, Premier. Yeah, we can't get, unfortunately, to every location, so that's why digitally, at least, we're hoping to be able to start bringing our education to you as much as possible, you know. So you watch in the near future, you're going to see a lot of us.
And I love Belize.
Digitally.
I've been to Belize.
Yeah, Belize is pretty awesome.
I'm going to Belize
I'll
again.
sign up. I'll sign up. I'm signing up, Richard. We're going to Belize.
We're going to Belize.
Yeah. Just give
Christy,
give us a place to stay.
Can you believe it?
Can't
believe
believe
it or not?
I can't believe it.
Sorry, Courtney
Heather Lundquist, she's so cute. She quoted it, send me to Camp KUPA jar. I love it. Great idea.
That's great. Good. I think
Kristen Church loves how calming your voice is in all the videos.
Aw, wonderful.
Oh, Claire Hansen knows Hazel. She says Hazel Dixon, nail artist and academy, is amazing. Phyllis Carlson agrees with Heather Lundquist. She says, I was thinking the same thing.
I see lots of people I know on here.
I know.
It's hard, like I can't like read and do this at the same time, but to everybody that I know, hey. I'm so glad you're here.
Good friends and judges, Rachel Stevens from all the way in New Zealand. Hi, Rachel.
Love that.
Just tuned in.
Okay, so now we'll go ahead and move on to this one. Now, someone had asked earlier, if I was in the salon, I would have done every single nail and then I would have cured it. But I wanted to just show you the step by step. So actually we're gonna flip it. I did the pink at the nail bed this first time and the purple on this end. We're actually gonna match it to this one. So we'll actually start from the free edge and work backwards. So once again, everything, we already have our clear base on there. So we just need our adhesive. We're actually going to start on the free edge. And we're going to feather backwards.
Oh, Antonia Wilson, she's so cute. She goes, I haven't been chatting because I've been listening.
Aww,
so
I love that.
She's working and listening, I'm going to assume, at the same time. I have had people ask me in the past, like, what's the cost per service on this? And I thought this would be a good moment to say it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with the system, if you buy, like, the starter kit, you're getting full sizes. So it's, when I did the math, it's over $80 worth of product for $39.95. If you use KTV 10 today, you're going to take 25% off that, and it's all full sizes. So when you do the cost per service on it, it comes out to be like 25 or 30 cents, and it could be even less than that with the 25 per customer. So if you say charged a customer a full set of, what's the going rate these days, anywhere between $20, $25 to $35, $40, you know, back off your cost of your products, that's a lot of money in your profit jar to come to Camp KUPA. I think it's great.
I've heard a lot of really great tips. People have said, anytime you get a $5 bill, put the $5 bill in a jar, because you don't even really use $5 bills. Well, I do, but I've started thinking, I'm going to start taking my $5 bills and putting them in a jar.
Aw. Phyllis Lawlier says, I love these live videos. We love them too. It's how we get to talk to everybody.
And you know, there's a lot of, like, if you have suggestions, things that you would like to see, we'd love to hear from you. Tell us some things you'd like to hear or see, or things that we can share our knowledge. Elaine is a wealth of knowledge.
I've got too much.
Richard's
sometimes.
a wealth of knowledge. I'm a wealth of knowledge.
So much going on upstairs in this brain.
But we like being able to share that. So
Niece Norwood has arrived. She says, sorry I'm late. I love it.
Better late than never, I
see all
always
these
say.
regular faces every week because I'm always staring at the chat trying to find the questions. So I recognize you guys when you come in the room. Christy Belize says, wow, that looks amazing.
Isn't it so beautiful? And how many times have you tried to do an ombre and you're like, wow, that was a colossal flop? I actually had one not that long ago. I was trying to use a couple colors that were not a good combination. They were just like, they were so highly pigmented, and they were a flat, like a creamy color. This is just
heavenly.
So nice.
Yeah, it does matter sometimes when you're trying to do artwork or ombres that you use the right kind of color powders. I think it makes a difference.
And Miss Erica has such pretty skin.
Yeah, and if you know your color wheels too, keep in mind that, you know, if you mix red, blue, and yellow, you get mud. So if you say mixed purple, which is red and blue, with a yellow, and you tried to ombre it, you're going to get mud in the middle.
Mud.
So just remember your color wheel when you are choosing these ombre colors, because it could end up in a serious mistake. What you think could look great could be mud.
And here's another thing to remember too. Okay, so you're getting ready to pick out your colors, and maybe you have this amazing, the Heartbeat, which is one of my very favorites.
One of my favorites.
Because I
love
red.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Love red. I wear red well.
Yeah.
But I want shimmer. There is nothing saying that you cannot take, for example, Rue or Sci-Fi Crush and mix that with your Heartbeat and use that dip system all independently. So mix up your colors. Don't be afraid of that.
Don't be afraid of mixing colors. You get some fun. You know, you start with 40, and before you know, you have an unlimited amount of colors. It's infinite once you start mixing them.
All right, we'll color that.
Phoenix, what's the color on your nails? Is it dip?
Yes, actually, it's Clementine.
Clementine.
Yep,
I like that
Clementine.
one. It's cute.
It kind of looks like a nude, right? And
Yeah,
I had
I
thrown
used it
some
once.
glitter over them, but they're Clementine.
I used that in a demo one. A lot of them are talking about the $5 jar.
I love it.
Yeah.
The $5 jar is a good idea, right?
Phyllis is doing it. Cash in when she gets 100. Oh, I can't dip into it for repairman tips. She's so funny. Someone were saying, okay, it was Elizabeth Diaz. That's what we're doing for premiere next year. $5 a day put away to spend freely.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Come
don't
to
wait,
the KUPA
don't wait.
booth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't wait till premiere. Go to the KUPA website. We'll save you some money.
Yeah,
there too.
we'll do it
and you won't
twice
have
a
to
year.
carry it around.
Camp KUPA in September, and then
Yeah.
premiere is next year in June. So there you go. And I think those dates have already been released. I think they release them like immediately after the show's over. So
Niece Norwood, I think she's referring to your color. She knows our colors so well. She thought it was Clementine. I think.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All sorts of amazing. All right, I'm gonna look here. I can actually see that I like how this nail is looking. We're gonna do just a little bit more right in the apex.
I hear you, Ashley Ferris. I'm reading this one because I feel like a lot of techs get into this, and you will have good advice.
Okay.
She says, I need to buy more colors, but I need to get back on nails. Sometimes I feel like I'm not moving forward and I'm stuck on the same old thing. Like y'all said, education is the key. Only thing is traveling, but I do appreciate that y'all at least have the live videos.
Mm-hmm.
I hear this all the time, and we're listening. At KUPA too, we structure our education so that, except for Camp KUPA, education's free. And the product is what we're giving to you at a severely discounted rate. So these tests we're about to do with this programming that will allow us to start making our education classes live will work, because if you're just watching it, it's free. If you want the products, we can ship them to you so you can be in the classroom from home, because we understand it's hard to get away. But what are some other than just the classes, Phoenix? What are some ways that techs in a rut can get over the hump and feel like they've made progress?
Do you have a really good mentor? That would be
that's a good
something
one.
that I would recommend, because sometimes you just need somebody to help fine-tune your work a little bit.
A good
What if-
femtor. I love that word.
A
Often now
femtor.
always uses that.
I want to be a femtor. I
Yeah.
am a femtor to a lot of people. I cherish that position, actually.
Mhm.
You just want to share. You just want to share that knowledge.
Mhm.
So.
And that's they just can't do that.
So basically, Ashley, reach out to Phoenix.
Yeah, reach out to me
She'll
if you want.
femtor
I'll
you.
femtor you.
Yeah.
Vacuum.
Education is good. I'm trying to think, what are some other ideas?
I think sometimes to change, I don't want to say this, but like changing up some of your systems.
Yeah.
You know, just doing acrylic isn't enough, because if somebody walks through the door and they want gels, it might be scary, but if you get comfortable doing gels, now you're not turning another customer away, but poof, tomorrow it might be actually what you're more busy at, and
Yeah.
it's what got you over the hump.
Yep.
You know, whereas
Yep.
maybe you weren't getting as many acrylic people in your neighborhood, all of a sudden gel became popular. I think offering more systems.
Is there anything that you have been dying to learn, or that you want to learn so much or try your hand at? If you start putting those goals in front of you, maybe even put it on a piece of paper, keep it at your station. What if you've never done like an amazing 3D piece ever, and it's not for a competition, it's just for you? Why aren't you gonna test it out? Try it. What if you want to do like portraiture? Have you learned how to do portraiture on a nail? Try your hand at it. There's so many things that this industry has so much to offer in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
So
Niece has a good question. Niece Norwood, how many coats would you recommend when doing a full set?
let's see here. I think we have done, let me count real quick as I go through here, because we did like a lot of the sprinkling, which are very, very thin coats.
Yeah.
So I sprinkled twice, I dipped twice, 1, 2, 3, so 5. I think we're like right
Yeah,
at 5. And I
especially
don't
'cause
think
you're
any more
longer
than that.
nails.
They're long.
Shorter nails, you don't usually need as much, but I also say it's up to that client. I'm a bull in a china shop.
She's
So
not. She says
I
she is.
do more dips on me
Yeah.
than I would maybe on somebody who's better with their nails. You can
Right.
wear your nails really long and not break them. I would. So,
Yeah, but I don't
you
wear
gotta
my nails
kinda-
that long all the time.
but you know,
But I
depending on
can.
the client, if they're really good at wearing nails and they're not using them as tools, you probably can do less coats. Just make sure you do 3 cure.
Yeah.
You could do 3 more.
1, 2, 3,
and cure.
cure.
Yeah,
1,
you
2,
can do
3,
as many coats
cure.
as you want, but it's always cure after 3.
Yep. Because if you do any more than that, the problem is the light is not able to penetrate your products, and so you need to remember that. So if you're having problems with something being brittle or cracking or breaking, it could be that it's over curing. Yeah, see, she just wiggled and it turned on again.
See,
Glad we
you
caught it.
you almost double cured. Claire Hansen says, I need to get back into nails, but slowly because she's been out due to illness conditions. She goes, I want to be unique, but I'm worried because of not being able to work fast on nails, so not going to get clients that way. You guys are under such an amount of pressure in the nail industry now. We never had time constraints like you guys have now. And so, yeah, finding ways to work faster. This product is great for that.
And quality over quantity first. There's also a lot of...
Heather just said those exact words.
Really? Oh my goodness,
I think
that's
it's
funny.
quality over quantity.
Yep, yep.
I think so too. I'm a sit-down dinner, I always say. I'm not fast food.
Yeah,
So
I
if
like
you're at
that.
my nail table, we're gonna have cocktail. I'm joking. We're gonna have cocktails, appetizers, dinner, and dessert. You know, you're not driving through my nail table like I'm Mickey D's and you're grabbing a burger and some fries and taking off. Like,
She doesn't own the
I
rights
couldn't
to
do
say that.
Yeah, I don't own the rights to say that, but Seriously, like this pressure of being, I would not survive in the industry right now. I'm so glad I'm making products and working for KUPA.
But there are some wonderful tips and tricks that can help speed up your time. So maybe if you want to, definitely reach out and I can help you figure out some of the good ways to shrink down your time by using an e-file, even your file systems. There's a lot of breakdown into your services, and I'll see if I can help you. That's not something that's unheard of. It's actually very common in this industry. We don't become amazing overnight. You know, like we're born to make history, but we don't become amazing overnight. So it takes a little bit of time.
I love Lucy's comment because it's something that Jess always says too. She goes, I love KUPA fam for always encouraging me to try new things and get out of my comfort zone. And that is the biggest compliment of all of us because that's what we want to do. We want to be here to provide education and support. And we love that our people, our followers support each other. This one's an unusual. I want to let you answer, but I have an answer to, but you're the guest today. So
Okay.
Nancy Moore wants to know, do you beautiful ladies have an opinion about polygel and hybrids? Which is tough because now we're going into another company and I like to pick on products in general, but when people use polygel.
Well, using the word
that's a
hybrid,
brand.
using the word hybrid, like we could just, a hybrid.
Let's call it thick tube gels and hybrids.
Yeah, thick tube gels. A lot of
Thick
people
tube
have
gels and
have
hybrids.
jumped on that bandwagon. A lot of people have because of, you know, they're just no smell. You have a lot of workability with them. My question is really the longevity. So like if you've done some research, if you've not done that yet, definitely like do your research, find out the longevity of these products, cost per service, are they lifting, are they cracking, are they breaking? Those are all things to know. I myself have used them. I love the way that they lay down.
I like the feel of them.
Yeah, I love how they feel. They feel kind of like a rubber, but I also noticed for myself that they're not as strong as what I'm accustomed to.
Right.
But that's just my personal opinion. That is definitely not the opinion of like KUPA the company.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. So I'm answering it as
She's
Phoenix
on it with
Van
mine.
Dyke. Yeah.
I've been coming at it from, I'm working with the lab geeks because I'm always testing new products here. We have another system that's going to come out very soon in the future, but like for KUPA, I have I'm going to call it lab geeks working on the ingredients that make tube gel, let's say that. And it's the nature of the chemicals I'm having trouble with. I know that when you add polymer to gel, you are taking away that flexibility. Let's say it that way. So until that gets resolved, I don't feel myself loving there yet. But I do love what I have about to come out.
I know nothing.
Yeah, she doesn't even know.
I know nothing.
So yeah, so you're gonna love what we have to say because somebody else already asked us for a demo on something like it, and I can't say more than that. But.
So this is the nails that we did this, which is our gel top. You have to put your gel top, you have to complete your entire sandwich of your products before you can do any finish filing. If you are finish filing after you've done your last dipping, you're gonna get some chipping, you're gonna get breaking, you're gonna start seeing them peel apart. You really have to have all of those pieces sandwiched together. So I just took my file, we have 100 to 180, and I just went down the little sides and across the free edge, and down the side, and down the side, and across the free edge. And now I'm actually going to use this, which is one of my very, 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 very favorite bits. This is the Typhoon Radius, and it is in coarse. And we're gonna use this to do just a little bit of finish filing.
My skin is curling for one of our Christina. Oh, I won't even be able to say cost check. Yeah, I got it right. She says when she graduated school, she was told she should be able to do a full set in under 45 minutes.
Aww.
Girl, that pains me because I can't even do I mean, that was the time I used to do maybe pedicure, 45 minutes.
I don't
Full
do a full
set.
set in 45 minutes.
Oh, God.
And I'm 24 years in the industry. That's not.
I can't either. I feel like I know how to break down a full set. 15 minutes is prep for me. Let's not even talk about application. At least another 15 minutes is like finish filing. And then another, if you're using polish, nobody is anymore these days, but still to apply color or, you know, or unless you're dipping the color, like just statistically the stuff I know that I can't even change anymore would get me near that 45 minutes already, and that's not counting application.
I'm going to make
That's
a
rough.
little bit of a disclaimer though.
rough.
You could do a full set of dip nails like this in 45 minutes.
Yeah?
With one color. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
With one color.
With one color.
I just don't ever let sanitation be what you skip in order to
No.
make time savings, because that's a lot of pressure, 45 minutes. I'm sorry. I think you should have a little more time than that.
I like it. Sit down restaurant, not drive through.
Karen Berryman, she is using a carbide bit. Diamonds, you can tell by the look of them because they look like a silver bit, but with sand added. It looks like sandpaper, but it's diamond grit. Carbides are always the actual metal with the grit cut into the
it.
metal. So that's how you can always tell the difference. I've got more for you. They're all coming out all at once. I'm
Oh,
trying to keep up.
goodness.
Don't worry if I miss your question. We'll go back
We'll come
online
back, promise.
and,
So now we've done our finished filing. I'm actually just going to buff it just a smidge. And now we'll do our final coat.
Anita is verifying. Hold on. Did you say you put top coat then file? Yes. So you
Yes.
don't file into the color. You file. You start your surface on the top coat. Okay. I've got so many here.
I love the interaction. Thank you so much for all of the comments. That
Yeah.
really is good for us.
Okay. A lot of it was mostly follow-up comments to tube gels and how they feel about them. So I'm specifically looking
I'm
for
going to grab
questions
a
for
bit
you.
here that I didn't pull out. This is a good bit to use.
Nancy Moore. I just about finished school. It takes me hours. LOL.
Aw,
Yeah.
aren't we glad
Which
that
makes
we
me
have
feel
friends?
better about the after graduation classes that we want to do.
Yeah. So this is the under nail cleaner. You see that? And I'm just going to use it just to get everything nice and tidy right under this free edge. So go ahead and flip your hand over.
Niece Norwood wants to make sure she understands after your final coat, cure, top coat, final shaping, top coat, and cure again.
Correct.
Yes, you get that right.
There we go. I just
Okay.
like a nice
Phyllis,
beveled free edge.
I'm glad I made you feel better, Phyllis. She says I just made her feel loads better. She takes 20 minutes to prep, so I guess I'm not doing bad. You're not doing bad. I take
No.
15 minutes and I e-file prep.
I file prep as well, and I take
Although I have
15
cut that
minutes.
down since we added the enhancement prepper bit. I will say that.
I consider that removal and preparation before application. And that's just
Okay.
because of my weird way.
I
Here's
know
the final
Antonia
one.
Wilson, what she's saying is true. They're being told 45 minutes because the speedy salons do theirs in under 45 minutes. So to compete, new students are being told this. Like I said, I was taught less than 2 hours is bad. But that was in 1993. That's when I was doing 2-hour sets. I was doing
Yeah.
2-hour sets in 93 and I was making over $100 a set. So it was glorious then. I say you have to pick and choose your market. If you can't compete with the faster salons doing, charging less and getting people in and out in a hurry, don't go after their market. There are different client markets. I'm not that kind of customer. When I go and visit a salon, I want to sit down. I want my hands rubbed. I want a little extra massage. I want to feel relaxed and enjoy my time. I don't want it to be a fast food thing. So there are customers you can market to for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Find your niche. And don't feel like you have to be all things to all people. Somebody I respect very much in the business talks about really like writing down a list of what kind of clients you want to have in your chair. And maybe like even their age range, even like the amount of money they make, things like that. And you go to those places that you'll find them. And that they call it a client avatar, having your client avatar. And I love that concept because if that's how you want to build your business, like you can find the people that are going to be in your niche. And
I
that's
used
good.
to keep the clients I liked and get more like them. Like typically the clients that suggest clients to you, birds of a feather flock together,
Yes.
right? So I never discounted my prices to new clients. I never put coupons out there because then you're just getting people who want a discount. I used to offer my existing customers and only the ones I really liked. I would give them a deal and say,
That's it.
I will give you money off your next service for every client that you suggest come to me. And so I found that the people I really liked sent me more people like them that I liked,
Yes.
and that's how I built that type of business. If you do the discounting, you're just going to get people who only come for the discount.
Yeah, the Groupon world is, some people are like, I use Groupon. Well, at the same time, those are people that will only come
Because they
they got a Groupon and they won't come back again, and that's not the kind of customers you want. So we did these two beautiful nails. We did our little finish. I'm going to take Harmony.
Claire Hansen wants to know if you can recommend the best e-file bits to start off with.
Oh, yes. But I would need to know, like, what specific types of services are you offering?
Good answer.
Yeah, and we'd need to kind of work out what would be more of like a prescription for you. You know, KUPA has 90 bits.
We have a lot of it.
Yeah, we do. So here we go. Here's our
And even
lovely
still,
little
what
set.
you use and what I use are
Are
so
different.
different.
Yep,
It's so
it's
funny.
different.
It becomes personal preference. All the bits, you know, all the carbide bits do the same thing. Those
thing.
are all for artificial. None of the carbides are for the natural nail. And so what carbide bit you decide to go with just depends on what you prefer.
Right.
I love I'm not going to use my granny panty joke.
Oh, that's funny. Now, how are we doing on time? Because I'd love to show you
Okay,
guys a little
what's
bit
the
of
time?
artwork. Are we doing okay on time?
It's 12:09 now.
12:09.
We'll
All
save
right.
it for another
We can
one.
save it for another day. But we just keep watching, because we will have some different artwork that we can show you guys that is done with the system. And it's completely odorless. So for those of you that are in the spa, those of you that are trying to do things that don't have the acrylic monomer smell, this is a way that you can do some flat 3D work.
I'm getting so many positive compliments. Like niece Norwood, live is extremely helpful to her.
Oh, good.
Beautiful sets, everybody's loving it. So beautiful, Phoenix from Phyllis. That's gorgeous from Jayla. Like a lot of these comments are people saying this has been a really good
Super informative.
episode for them, which I
Good.
hope all of your questions are really going to help people who watch it after the
After
live.
this.
So we thank you
Yeah.
for, I'm just waiting, and I know Rachel's probably about to send it to me to pick our winner for today. To remind you, the winner today is going to be receiving a starter kit for the Dipfinity system,
Yeah.
which I hate even calling it a starter kit. It's everything
It's
you need.
everything you
Yeah,
need.
2 color powders,
Yeah,
all
it has,
4,
like,
has
all the
the
little
trays to
trays,
clean,
it has
to keep
everything.
you sanitary,
Yep,
and
yep.
so everything you need is in that one kit minus the lamp. You just need a lamp.
Need a lamp.
Um,
And I know we're waiting for this. I love to tell people that these powders, because you will get 2 powders in
Oh, I got
your
it.
kit, but what is awesome about these is you can use these with your KUPA monomer, because that can be used not only for like acrylic sculpting, okay, because I'm still an acrylic girl and I use these colors for sculpting. You can also use them for 3D artwork, and then you can use them for dips.
I'm glad you said that, because I was so
yeah.
worried about who the winner was. That we have not removed the critical ingredient that you need for monomer, which is BPO.
Yeah.
A lot of the cyanoacrylate dips can't
Don't
have
have that.
BPO, so our powder can do everything.
Everything.
We have a winner. I now know who the winner is. Congratulations to Brenda Puente. You are
Yay!
today's winner of the Dipfinity Starter Kit. Congratulations. To the rest of you, though, go ahead and use that KTV10, KTV10 as the promo code when you go to KupaInc.com, and you will get 25% off everything except classes, the workbook, parts and services, and the hand pieces.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say, make sure that you continue to follow us. We're always here for you every week. We do our show, and so we would love it if you would like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and I haven't even, my thing is just closed on me. I'm going to do this off memory, which is horrible. Our Facebook, YouTube, and it was just
Instagram.
KUPA Inc.
Yeah.
Instagram is KUPA_TV. And tell them how to follow you.
So I am Phoenix Field Camp Van Dyke on Facebook, Phoenix Fix on Instagram, and I want you guys to remember that hashtags are important when you're posting things. So if you love that you've used anything from KUPA, we want you to hashtag KUPA Inc. We want you to hashtag if you love our top coats, if you like our matte top coats, like hashtag any of that stuff, because we watch for that. We want to see who loves us, because we love you back. So.
All right. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for tuning in. We'll see you again this same time, place next week,
Next
Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much, Phoenix.
Thank you,
We always love
Elaine.
having you here. You're
I
so
love
easy
being
to
here.
do demos with.
Thank you guys for
All right,
watching.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.